In the morning we built the city. In the afternoon walked through its streets. Evening saw us leaving. We wandered through our days as if they would never end. All of us imagined we had endless time to spend. We hardly saw the crossroads and small attention gave to landmarks on the journey from the cradle to the grave. Cradle to the grave.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the Black Country History Hunter. Well, it's finally here, the Hartshill dump video. I've been promising it for a while, but it's here, guys. So we're going to be digging a little bit today on this permission we've got, and then we're going down to a new permission. I'll tell you how I found that new permission. I'll tell you the techniques I used to find that new permission, so keep watching. We might find some nice stuff on this video, who knows, there's been some good bottles coming up. Keep watching, guys, and hopefully we'll have some good ones today. Don't forget to subscribe. So this is the Hartshill dump dig, plus we've got some extra tips coming for you, so keep watching, guys, because I will be giving some great tips for people who want to do bottle digging, where to find dumps, what to look for, rare bottles, stuff like that. Okay, but to start with, we're here somewhere in Hartshill. I can't say exactly where. We've got permission from a factory owner. Luckily, I did the research, found the dump, and we're here. We got the permission, and we're digging. This, we think, was the dump for this factory here, which was the Hartshill Glassworks. So that's why we find a lot of kiln furniture. Let me just show you the kiln furniture. Kiln furniture, stuff like this. So this is a base of a kiln, and you can see how thick that is, that glass there. Look how thick that glass is there. And this like white lining, really thick kilns. This would have been where they gathered the glass from, I imagine. Been finding all different kinds of hall furniture from Stowbridge. It must have been making fire brick and things. Right, now, I've collapsed this wall and some of the finds that have come out from that wall over here. Oh wow. So yeah, now I've collapsed the wall. You can see what I mean. It's about 1900, 1910 bovrils are quite common. But that's a nice little early bovril with the seam. It's got the seam there. But that's a nice little early bovril. You see that there, guys? Look at that. Still got the label on it. Yeah, so Hartshill was a very industrious area. We had a blacksmith as well. So because of the blacksmiths, we're getting a lot of clinker come up. Clinker is the stuff that the forge produces waste-wise. So it's in the bottom of the fire by the blowhole, by the flue, and then you knock it out halfway through the day. You have to get this out a couple of times a day. It used to get really told off in the army if I were your forge shop if you let it build up too much. Ah, look at that. And that's a blue, still got the roots on it. So that's a blue. These are what people really like to see. That's beautiful, actually, not to be taken. About turn of the century, 1910. You can see that not to be taken. So the idea being, guys, they were blue because if you could see it was blue, you knew it was poisonous. They're very desirable bottles, these. It's only a little one. And the ribs were to let the blind people know that actually not to be drunk, because I think a few people swug bottles that they shouldn't be swigging when they couldn't see. Look at that. That's an early boating. So you can imagine. Oh, it's got something in it. That looks like nibs. Wow. That's an early boat nib. Early boat inkwell with nibs in. So that could have been used in a Hartshill factory somewhere to write the receipts for their work and stuff around the turn of the century, guys, just before the World War I. So we've got a blue, we've got an ink. Oh, these are common. We're finding so many of these, okay, guys, in this particular area because they're sauces. And I think the people who worked in the factories love the sauce on the bacon sandwich. So a lot of these sauces, most of them are Daddy's and Worcester sauces. But yeah, so like I said, I'm showing you this, what we've dug, and then I will be taking you down to a new site. So there's a few more here to show you. So the new site, guys, basically, I did my research and we found another site down Wordsley. And obviously, you can't just go digging anywhere. It's private land, you have to ask permission. I'll show you this in a minute. So you have to, a lot of the cods here are broken, guys. Cods are a very early type of bottle from about 1878 through to about 1910. I'll explain a bit more about them later. Like I say, the cods are always broke at this site. I think the kids were using them for marbles. Let me just put them to one side and I'll show you through the camera. So, guys, there's a beautiful Hartshill cod bottle. Cod was the name. People often know what cod was. Cod wasn't the name of the, a patent or something. It was the name of the person that invented them. They had a big problem in the mid 1800s with keeping pop fizzy. Basically, cod bottles, they were having problems aerating their drinks. So you imagine you put a cork in, it's going to pop in it, a bottle of pop, fizzy drinks. They called them aerated at the time. It was a bit more professional. But they're going to pop. Same with some screw tops. They didn't even invent screw tops in the mid 1900s, I think. So yeah, so the problem was that, and they had a few solutions. One was they'd put one with a metal strap on that would clip over. You've seen them type. And the other one was this Mr. Cod, I think he's Hiram Cod, and he decided to put a marble in with a seal inside. So when you shook it up or turned it over, the compression would push the marble. I'll put a picture up now for you against the bottle, and it'd stop it. And then to open it, you'd put your little finger in. He did invent some special things to open it, actually, guys. I'll put one on the screen now. So these were the special things he invented for opening the bottles. But not many people used them. They'd have them in pubs and that. You know, if you went to the pub and had a ginger beer, you'd use one of them, probably on a chain at the bar for you to use. But in the end, people just started using their little finger. Look at this, man. So that's it. Yeah, that's why they decided. That's why they call it cod bottles, guys, basically, and why it was so important for aerated drinks. It kept the drink fizzy. Look at that, man. Look at that. That is stunning. Now, I might be mistaken, but I think that is a mustache cup. So they, you save up all year to go to Blackpool, guys. And this is out the dump, mate, Briley. This is somebody that's gone to the Blue Brick or something. He's gone on the train to Blackpool. He's come back. He's bought his husband. Everybody, or she's bought her husband a beautiful cup that he can drink with his moustache. And that there, it says Blackpool, but I don't know what the wheel is, guys. It's a big wheel. I'll research it if I can find out what it is. I'm sure they did have a big wheel that burnt down now. But this looks like it's before the tower. This is a very early piece of pottery. It's a shame it's broke, guys, but sometimes the broke pieces are just as impressive as the not broke pieces. We like to see them come up whole, but, that stuff like that amazes me. I mean, these are really cute bottles, but they're 10 a penny in dumps. I like stuff with names on. There we go, look. For them little beauties, little medicines. You can imagine the chemist up the road, whistle, something like that. And you go up there and you say, oh, I've got a bad stomach. And they'll give you something like this. Put them to one side because they're decent. There is this I was just looking at when I was telling you about the cods, actually. Look at that. Oh, wow. Lang and Hutchins Limited, Dudley. Oh, wow, that is amazing. Lang and Hughes Limited, Dudley. So that's a local chemist talking about chemists. That's a local chemist bottle, guys. Dead interesting. This little champagne here. I mean, some of this stuff we dug months ago. But yeah, a lot of it's fresh. I'm showing you some of the stuff we've dug. Lots of kiln furniture, guys. Lots of kiln furniture and bricks. Some big chunks of kiln furniture. Which is interesting for me. It ain't all got to be golden to be interesting, has it? It's a little cod there. Smethwick, West Smethwick. So it's a Smethwick bottle. I don't know how the bottles designs worked in the embossing of them. That's a nice bit of slate there. So when you're looking for bottle dumps, guys, what you want to be looking for is boundaries on maps, really. That's a big one. If there's a boundary, because when they threw stuff away, big old piece of clinker, again, a lot of clinker. When they threw stuff away, guys, they were doing it. Well, they'd literally get it as far away from their conurbation as possible. So, for instance, if it was a Dudley place, a Dudley dump, they would throw the rubbish as far away towards Riley as possible. They wouldn't want it on their land as such. So the idea being, get it as far away as possible without contaminating their land or their neighbours. So that's why you often find them. You often find them on boundaries. And boundaries are often rivers. That's why so many people find them on rivers. Do that bit. But yeah, so it's a really nice, interesting thing to do at night when you're sitting there bored, whatever. Look in the maps. I'll put the link in the description of the maps to use. I use National Library of Scotland. It's the only one out of the 3 big libraries that give a free site. And it's great. I'll put the link in the description. And what I look for, I'll show you now on the screen, guys. Basically, I'll pull them both up like this side by side. And I'll look for where there's been, the main one is brick quarries. Whenever there's a hole that needs filling, the dump people would fill it. So if you've got, for instance, a big old quarry, you finish getting the quarry clay out, now you've got a hole that needs filling. So yeah, when you've got the map up and you've got it side by side, look for them holes, look for them ponds that are no longer here. So if there's a pond in 1880, clear, and you look today and it's a playing field, obviously you don't go around digging up playing fields, but that's obviously been filled in at some point in its history. and on boundaries, obviously. Another big one is the LiDAR. So once you think you've got a site, say for instance, you've got a river and you can see the contours of the river in 1880 are perfect. And then you look on today's map and there's a bulge, you know, like a slag bulge on the side, you know, land side of it towards the stream. If you look on the LiDAR, I'll show you an example here. You can see they've built a factory on this one in Selbridge. This is. Now I'm sure that's done, you know, but you never can know. And obviously you've got to ask the people who own the land if you can have a look first. Oh wow, did a bit of a cup. Got a design on as well. That's nice. But the main one I think is the LiDAR, guys. Use the LiDAR because if you're looking the right places, downhill, downwind. Think about it. If you've got a village, it's got to have rubbish, you know, and if it's early, it's going to be around the house or the dwelling. But the later it gets, they start pushing the waste away from them. But not too far. As far as a horse could march in half a day, for instance. I think the only reason the rivers are covered in it is because when they hit the river, if you're 2 miles away from a river or 4 miles away from a bridge, you ain't going to go to the bridge and cross the river, am you, to get the rubbish gone. You'll get rid of the rubbish there and then. You know, so I think that's the key there. Right, guys, here we are. So this is what we call a seam, guys. So I'm up at the Harts Hill dump. This dump, I can't show you where it is on the map, but it's somewhere in Harts Hill area. It's quite a big industrial area now. And it's between 2 factories. The guys allowed me to come here and dig. It's between some shrubs and stuff. So it's nice of him to let me do that. But I'll show you the map. Here's Harts Hill. It's in the vicinity. We're finding a lot of clinker from the smithy here. And we find a lot of glass kiln furniture. We've got a bottle here, guys. Can you see that? Try and zoom in if I can. It's probably broke. Most of them are broke, like this one that I dug off camera. So this is a Harts Hill one. A very special one, really, Harts Hill. I'm thinking of a way of cutting the top off and maybe make them into vases for you guys as gifts and presents and prizes. Let's see what we got here, guys. Give it a waggle and a twist. Probably broke. Ah, no, he's a bullet. Oh, God. How exciting. Guys, it ain't very often I find full cods. The kids around here, they was insatiable for marbles, man. They bossed them all like this. It's only a little one. But it's a Herbert Bays, which is a common one, but to find it with the top on, man. And it's a broiler one, really. Fan near broiler or Dudley. Still got the marble in. Yeah, I'll give this a clean up. But yeah, there you go, guys. Let me just show you a bit closer. You can see what I'm dealing with. There we go. Beautiful Herbert Bays cod bottle at the Harts Hill dump. Amazing, guys. But as far as dumps go, guys, this is sparse. It's not at all rammed. Some of these layers can be rammed with bottles on some sites. But Harts Hill ain't a big area, and I think this was an overflow dump. And mostly it's kiln furniture, bits of fire brick and stuff. So these bottles might have been lads in the workshops working on a hot day in the forge, drinking the drink. Another quick tip about the cods, why they are the marbles. See this little pinch here? If you drink that, the marble's going to fall back in the hole, isn't it? But that there, it catches the marble, that little pinch of glass, and that stops it falling back in so you can drink a drink. So there's only one way to drink a cod bottle. So yeah. Right, guys, we've come up now to meet. I've come up and met the lads. I've come from Harts Hill dump, as you could see. Harts Hill is very sparse. I wanted to show you because I said I was going to show you. But we've come to another position now. So this one is somewhere in Wordsley between factories. Now, I did the research and I've told you I was going to tell you how I found it. Now, I used the LiDAR map. I ain't going to use the exact one, obviously, because you'll find it yourselves. But look and you will find them. Use LiDAR. Use the mapping on National Library of Scotland. It really is good side by side and you'll find it. You're looking for holes like quarries. You're looking for places on the sides of rivers where lumps appear where they shouldn't be. Things like that, and you will find your dumps. And here we are. Al's already getting stuck in, as you can see. Some of the stuff that's come up already. I mean, beautiful big old bottle that look, big old cods. Loads of cods coming out of here, isn't there, Bert? Is there any there? Look at that. I mean, some of these are really badly sick. Sicks when they get burnt and you see all this like nasty marking. Where's that? Let's have a look. Is that a local one, Lismore? Oh, wow. Lung guns. That'd be a beer, wouldn't it? Look at that, guys. Big old beers. Nice bit of pot. Oh, wow. That's, you know what? That looks like a pipe tamper.
Yeah.
Or a doll's leg. One of the two. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That is absolutely phenomenal. Is it a pipe tamper? Is it a dog's leg? A dog's leg. A doll's leg? I don't know. Can somebody clean that up? You mind? Yeah, I was going to clean that up. We'll see what it looks like. There's a bucket of water here. Right, let's carry on digging. So, this is obviously the layers, guys. So when I talk about layers, the kit you need when you're digging, a decent shovel, got a short stubby one here, and we've got a long one here, a grave digger, and another one here, which is a bit lighter, but also a grave digger, and then a little spade. And these, they're ingenious things for scraping. And because it's plastic, it won't damage your bottle. I'll show you a few more of the bottles we found in this site in the last few days, guys. So loads of sauces, Worcester sauces coming up. Beautiful jam pots coming up. Loads and loads and loads of cods. Different kinds of pot and tile. Look at that beautiful, absolutely amazing, like 1920s tile there. So this is a Wordsley site. Oh wow! I think you're right. I think it's a dog's leg. I think you're right. The pipe tamper. It's because yes, that's a doll's leg. I said pipe tamper because I see that bit. That's for the cotton to tie it onto, eh? So scraping away, you found that bottle. Just where is it? Yeah. Sorry, there you go, guys. And it's still got the water in the cork. So this is called the sheared top, and this would have been a Worcester sauce. Generally, these round bottles. Imagine. It's all in it. So while we're just doing this, is that clay? While we're doing this bit of seam, I'll explain what I mean. I'll explain what I mean. That's what I was saying about just the knees. I mean, we'll have to. Oh look, pipe tamper. No, oh no, just a bit of things. So you saw that then. Now I've had that up to my chest. Luckily, we're just our knees. We're taking no effect really. This is the bit that nobody likes doing, guys. The digging, but it needs to be done. You need to dig down and then take away the bank, basically. But then back in doing it the other day, don't you? And it is hard work. It's good for your mind. It's hard, but good for your mental health as well. Yeah. You know, and this is where the good stuff is. We ain't nowhere near the bottom of this tip. I'm sure. We've hit clay, and we ain't 100% sure if it's clay. Look at this bit of teapot here. Look at that. Just a bit of a spout. But it's just that there's poured some teas. Maybe when Britain won the war, you know. VE Day got broke on the street party. I'm making stuff up, but it's interesting. Oh, what's that, mate? Whoa, look at that. Look at that, boys and girls. That's a beautiful little, what they call a tugboat ink. Tugboat. They call it a tugboat because obviously it looks like a tugboat. 2 seconds, pal. And then you get a pen. And the idea is that you'd sit it on that little groove there. And it should be filled up with ink. Beautiful, isn't it? And again, sheer top. So it's quite sharp on the top. But yeah, nice little ink. We'll clean them all up at the end, Al. Nice one. Oh, what's that, mate? Is that an ink? Yes. Wow. Look at that, guys. Another little ink. That's called the octagonal or hexagonal ink. And the cork could be put in the top. Get your little pen again and put your ink in. But again, the area we're in Wordsley between the factories. This would have been the office, and you could have had writing a receipt out maybe for some coal or something. But a nice little turn of the century ink. Right, so we just hit some clay. Now, there's 2 things this can be, everybody. This is when I said earlier on I'd give you some tips. So, basically, this could be the bottom, the natural, yeah? The other option is it's another cap. Now, the way to tell is generally, if it was natural, it wouldn't have inclusions in it. If it was natural, it would be like it is there, real pure few. But it looks to me, there's brown and black flecks in it. That tells me it's got intrusions, so that's another capping. So it's either another cap or the base, the bottom, the natural, i.e. it's been there millions of years. Now, I'm betting that's another cap, and we've got a lot more to go. You can't see around us for obvious reasons, but if you were to see around us, you'd see that we're actually quite high up here between the factories in the woods. Right, you can see we've dug up. I saw something then. Oh! Another little ink, guys. Yeah. Another little ink. So then we've had loads of these come up, haven't we? So then basically just little ink pots that are used again. Aye. Right. What was that then as well? A little bit of nothing, yeah. Just fettling away. This is the interesting bit when you're at the wall, because this is where you might find stuff. That's probably what lost you. Sure, that quick, eh? Oh, see that there, guys? Little bottle sticking out. Wiggle. Oh, there you go. That's a nice shape, that is. Like an hexagonal. But that'd be a sherbet or a medicine. If I can find an example or an advert, I'll put one on for you guys. But little sherbet, imagine a little cork in that. Nice little bottle. Oh, hang on. And another. Two for the price of one here. We're supposed to be digging it out now. But it just shows, always look at the stuff as it's coming out. That's a lovely little medicine. It's plain or slick, we say slick, but it's quite early. It's got a nice little shape to it. Yeah, beautiful. Cameraman Bert there, thank you. And what's that?
Bloomsbury Works Leeds.
Bloomsbury Works Leeds. That's the shape of a camp coffee or something like that. Bromley's coffee something. There you go, nice little bottle. So the coffee, the camp coffee and that, if you grew up in the 30s, 40s, 50s, you'd know what camp coffee is. Oh, they still sell it? Well, yeah, when we say slick, folks, no embossing. That's an embossed bottle, what I was showing you now. So a slick bottle has got no writing on it, and an embossed bottle has. We want the embossed ones, really. That's about 1930s. Camp coffee was popular then. When I'm talking about inclusions, see how black that is compared to that. Two different bits there. And that's come out of the same sort of clay, so the dirt was in between. So that's inclusion. So that's capping by the looks of it. He's scared. He knows what he's doing. I hope to God it's a whole one, because that'll be the second today. We've not found the first one. Oh, come on, please. Oh man. See, the kids lost another long guns, guys. So we found about 6 of these over the site time. So this is a big firm, Lismore's. Yeah. Oh wow, little pipe. Look at that. Oh wow, it's a buffalo one again. So guys, what you got to remember is in the past there were these clubs and things, and they would all have their own little symbols and stuff. And this one is the Royal, I think it's the Royal Antiquarian Order of Buffaloes, some Antiquarian Order of Buffaloes. Started in America, I think, and it came across here. And in the 1890s, 1900s, it was really, really popular. And we've already had one of these in the past, not from this site, from the Harts site. So this is interesting. In Wordsley, they had members as well. And this one's a really nice example. Don't know if that's focusing for you guys. Just come up here. Look at that. See the RAOB. We thought it was a name at first, but with research, which is the buffalo horns. So that would have been a member of that club having this point made. He was a proud member, and they would meet and talk about different things. But yeah, great little find. Great little find. It might be actually, thinking about it, either inside of a teapot, big old teapot, because it's got ceramic, but only that can't be a teapot because that's not enamelled on the inside. So maybe a ponce or a ponce. Strange word, but I think it might be, yeah, I'll show you an example on the screen now. So they'd use these when they'd done their ink drawings or ink writing, they'd powder it on, like a pot with powder in, like a flour, and it would help dry the ink. I don't know exactly what the stuff was in it, crushed shell or something, I don't know. Whatever was inside the pot, this was what they used to sprinkle it on the page, and then you've seen them in the old videos and they blow it off. You got a little bottle? You guys, it keeps coming up. Oh, that's a nice little blue and white. It won't affect him at all. What's that? Oh, wow. That's a bit of tubing. We was on about this the other day, this glass tubing. There's a place not far away from here, the Dial Works, and they would have been making this glass tubing. It would have been, I imagine, throughout the scientific revolution of the middle of the late Victorian period, mid-Victorian period, and Edwardian period. It would have been very much used a lot. Test tubes, hypodermics, all that kind of stuff. They would have needed this glass tubing, and then later times for lighting and stuff. But even really, it's just a glass tube, isn't it? A small glass tube, but it would have been used something back then. What you got, mate? Oh, bottom of a pot or something. That'd be like a jam or a preserve. They're generally the preserves are like this, guys. I'll show you one we dug up. One we made earlier. There's a couple here, look. So these are jam preserve pots, or this one's a society looked this up the other day. You maybe saw it on my stories. Facebook stories, by the way, guys. Follow me on Facebook. We have stories all the time on there. Yeah, so this was cooperative society one, and this one's just a blank one. But often you'll get name some companies that do Hartley's one, isn't it? What's the marmalade one? Robinson's, yeah. I think that's another big firm. Oh dear. Oh, right. What's that stuff? Oh, look at that. Okay, these are quite common, I think. They're quite common, but at the same time, they're nice to see. So that is, we had a leg, then we got the head. That is an Edwardian or a late Victorian ceramic doll's head, guys. So kids would play with them. I'll put a full version on the screen for you now, so you can have a look at that. Beautiful blue eyes. Look at that. That's shocking blue eyes. Is that going to focus or not? There. Wow, look at that. That a little girl, and then have a cloth body, and ceramic arms and ceramic legs. Early version, probably made in the area. Wow. Is it embossed? Oh, it's embossed. You know what it says? Embossed, what is it? Emulsion, is it? Emulsion. Embarkation. Is that from like breeding animals? Embryos. Somebody will know if I can find an example of it, guys. I'll put it on the screen now. Embarkation. There you go. You can find out what it is and put it up for you. But amazing bottle. Let's carry on digging this seam and we'll see what we got, and I'll see you at the next time, guys. Right, guys. So this is a good. We found a really good seam. Really good seam, and there's some nice bits coming out. Always check your stuff here. Look. Oh, what we got? Oh, wow! Look at that. That is really small bowl. So the smaller the bowl, guys, the older the pipe. Generally speaking, that's beautiful. What's the thing design on it? Can't see without my glasses, but it just looks like, oh, it's a crow's foot. Yeah. It's a crow. It's a cock's foot holding it. So that's a common design, but nice to find. Somebody in 1870s, 1880s, 1900s Wordsley smoking that at one point, and now we're digging it up. Wow, love it, man. That's beautiful. What a piece of history. We're saving history as well as finding amazing things, guys. There you go. Oh, that's your fine pal. Preserving the past. Preserving the past. And this ash is really compacted. But still pops. Oh, we are. I'm saying it's tough ash, guys. It is tough ash. There's another little bottle to sleep. Little medicine. So it's in here. Oh, Bert's had a nice little hole there. Oh, what you got, man? Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. That's a beautiful ink, isn't it? We're getting quite a few inks, but they're just nice to see. We're in Wordsley. It'd be nice to see one with Wordsley on. What a beautiful little ink that. Well done, Bert. Nice find, mate. We've got a nice seam coming here, guys. Big Al's working with us. He's come over for an hour, digging away. Little Al's behind me. But we're having a good day today. We really are. And I hope it makes a good video for you guys. I really do. All right, Al's having a little scrape. He said he's got a bottle. Oh, wow. Wow, that is a beauty. Some writing on that. Maybe it's scrape that off and see. It's got a square top. The way it's got that little hole there, it's got what they call a master ink for pouring. What's it say there? That little, little label there. Oh, wow. Well done, ain't it? Good thinking, man. Well done, guys. Wow, what a bottle. Ronnie Davies. Well, amazing, folks. We're having a really good day, and I'm hoping it's making it. Right, guys. Hello there. Right, we've got a bottle. We'll dig it live. Looks like it's got something in it. Look at that. Oh, I thought that was a little ceramic, but it looks like a medicine. Okay, it's something. It's something anyway. Oh, it's got milky substance in it. It might be milk of magnesia. Wow. How about that? That's amazing, man. How about that one? Bit of a cod sticking out. Give it a waggle on your little end. They're always in box. What is that one? Chicken! What's that, Tom? Is more Tipton?
It's more
Is more
Tividale.
Tipton? Tividale, Tipton. So we're doing a video in Tipton next soon. Not going to tell you what the video is coming. It's going to be a disaster video. There you go. Another card, another broken one. Pities for Boston, guys. Pities to find them all. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, then let us know in the comments, man. Just a little insight into bottle digging and what we do. Bert, cameraman's behind today, but I'll help me out in the hole. Yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. If you want one of the bottles, let a comment in the comments, because we can always get one to you. It's an interesting hobby. It's a bloody dirty hobby, but it's a great hobby once you get into it. It's well worth it, and you can find some really nice bottles. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of insight. The Wordsley dump here, I can't tell you exactly where it is, but the information I gave you in the video might help you find one of your own. If you want to see more videos like this, again, let me know in the comments. If not, it's back onto history stuff in the next few weeks. I've got a video coming up on disaster. Keep your eye open on that. This is more ash therapy for me. I just thought I'd share it with you. I enjoy bottle digging. Gets me out myself, gets me out the house, gets you motivated. Well done, Bert. Thanks, Bert. Thanks, Al. Thanks, Al. See you on the next one, guys.
All bells in paradise, I heard them ring. It's gold on the outside and silver within.